I'm Brian Garcia, and I'm proud to be a part of the Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge team. The Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge is a special program that brings together several innovative partners working with 14 clean energy communities across the state of Connecticut to help our households reduce their energy waste by 20%.
I'm excited about it because anytime someone can spread the good word, and the good word is how to save energy, I'm excited.
We've got 14 great communities. They all have town clean energy groups that are part of them. And our role is just to give them the tools that they need to go out there, be effective, and get people engaged.
We're offering neighborhood energy workshops to help homeowners understand how their homes use energy, where their energy issues are likely to cause costly problems, and where they can go to learn more about incentives to help them reduce their energy waste.
Simple things like sealing up leaks, air leaks in your home, or doing even a minimal amount of insulation can have a big payoff, and people always leave these workshops excited to go home and make those changes.
I decided to insulate the home because I wanted to save on energy bills and to make the heat in the house more even.
We're helping residents sign up for low-cost home energy assessments through Home Energy Solutions, or HESS for short. It connects you with a certified energy professional who can provide a detailed report of how your home is wasting energy. And while they're in your home, they're performing energy-saving measures like weatherization and air sealing that are valued on average at over $700 that will help you save about $200 a year in energy costs.
We all kind of have a general idea that we could be more efficient, but we don't have the details. And that's where the energy audit, the Home Energy Solutions team, can provide you with the precise thoughts about where your opportunities are. Is it in the insulation in the attic, in your windows, in your furnace, weather stripping? They will give you the information. I was pleased that my furnaces don't seem so bad, but my air conditioners are old and need to be replaced. So I think all of us are going to find that we've got our own issues to deal with, and frankly, most of us haven't addressed it, even though we know we should.
Through the Neighbor to Neighbor lighting program, the Clean Energy Corps will install free of charge Energy Star compact fluorescent light bulbs in your homes. The trained Clean Energy Corps will work with households to help them save at least $100 off of their electricity bill by reducing their energy waste and improving lighting in their homes.
Turning off lights sounds Mickey Mouse, but it really does change. It changes a culture.
Very easy to spread the word with your neighbors. Once they realize how easy it is and how much you can save potentially, it spreads that way pretty quickly.
And there are special loan programs and incentives that can help homeowners move forward on these important energy improvements. The best part? When you get involved, your community can earn big energy rewards, like solar-powered LED streetlights, electric vehicle recharging stations, or energy improvements for town buildings.
We're going to show that we can get entire towns to save energy. And by doing that, we're going to create a model that's not only going to be a model for the state of Connecticut, but one that the Federal Department of Energy can export to other states and make this the way of doing outreach all across the country.
We highly recommend take advantage of the Connecticut program, the Home Energy Solution, because it's in their best interest, buyers or sellers, and just the homeowner. It's in the town's best interest, it's in the global best interest. There's no reason not to do it, and it's a wonderful service.
It's all a part of the Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge, where small changes add up to big results.
I suggest that everyone take a look at the Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge, get involved, sign up for your Home Energy Solutions audit in your home. I've had it done in my home. I've saved hundreds, if not more than $1,000 at this point, and it wasn't that long ago.
I think the great savings is knowing that you're helping make the planet cleaner for your kids. We won't have to produce as much energy.
It's the future of the children that we're talking about, and it's absolutely important that they understand that decisions need to be made that take them into account.
So join us and start reducing your energy waste today.
Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel Francis.
And I'm Jessica Bergman.
And we work for the Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge. On today's episode, we're going to discuss the Home Energy Solutions program, which you just saw in the video.
Before we go any further, we'd like to give you a brief introduction of the Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge. Our work is funded by a grant from the U.S. Department of Energy's Better Buildings Neighborhood Program. We're one of 40 programs across the country that is helping homeowners reduce their energy consumption. Neighbor to Neighbor is a coalition of nonprofits and state entities that work with the town of Wethersfield and 13 other clean energy communities to educate residents on the ways they can save on their energy bills. Our goal is to help homeowners reduce their energy consumption by 20%. For every person who participates in the challenge, their town gets points from the Department of Energy, which can be redeemed for energy-efficient prizes, such as solar-powered streetlights or municipal electric vehicles. When we reach our reduction goals, we will keep over $150 million in the Connecticut economy. This is money that can be reinvested into our local businesses. We will also reduce our carbon emissions. The Neighbor to Neighbor staff is here as a neutral party to help you understand the efficiency programs that are available in the state of Connecticut. We make energy savings easy. We provide free advice to help you upgrade your home. We bring together available tax incentives and rebates. We recommend quality contractors and monitor their performance in the field. And we help you track your energy use over time using our energy dashboard. As a part of our team, we have 2 energy advisors who have over 30 years of combined experience in the field. They are on call to help maximize your home's energy efficiency. You may be wondering why we're working in Connecticut. Connecticut actually has the 4th highest fuel costs in the country. The average Connecticut homeowner pays over $3,000 to heat and cool their home every year. This photo demonstrates an average home and common places for air loss. Air loss is very typical, and it means that we're spending money unnecessarily to heat and cool our homes year-round. As you can see from the graph, heating and cooling airspace amounts to almost 50% of your utility bills every month. We're very lucky in the state of Connecticut to have an affordable solution to this problem. The Home Energy Solutions program is run through CL&P and the Efficiency Fund. It's a $75 fee, and 2 approved contractors will come to your home for 4 hours. They'll assess where the leaks and cracks are in your home, and they'll do the work on the spot. They'll caulk, they'll seal, they'll weather strip. They'll replace 25 of your incandescent light bulbs for CFLs. They'll also switch out your faucets and your shower heads for water-saving options. The approved contractors will also provide you prioritized recommendations for ways to move forward, and this visit gives you access to state rebates and incentives.
Great. Now we wanted to turn to some frequently asked questions that we often get in the field from residents and homeowners. So, take, for example, myself. I don't know that much about my home energy efficiency. How can I tell if my home is leaking energy?
That's a great question. So the average home actually has a lot of air loss, and some is visible, some you can feel, but some is just completely unaware to the naked eye. So the best way to tell is you can walk around your home, you can see what you feel. You can also tie a piece of paper to a pencil and put it near your windows. People typically lose a lot of air under their sink. Also, if you look around your house and you look for piping or for ducts, typically you'll see a hole for your pipe. That might be a square. If it doesn't have ceiling there, air is leaking through there as well. Also under your doors or another place there, you could be losing energy. But the best way to assess where your home is leaking this air is through the blower door test, which is performed as a part of the Home Energy Solutions assessment.
Okay, great, thank you. Now, a lot of people think that this is only for older homes, but what about newer homes and individuals that have had Home Energy Solutions beforehand? Is this for them as well?
Definitely for them as well. We recommend to new homeowners and people who have had recent construction to still get the assessment. We often overestimate the air tightness in our home. If you've had the Home Energy Solutions before, the visit before, we recommend that you do it again. You're eligible to get it as long as you haven't done it in the last 18 months, and the technology is definitely improved. Okay, now how long would the Home Energy Solutions visit last? So the Home Energy Solutions visit itself is about 4 hours. Okay. And is there anything that homeowners or residents should prepare for in this 4-hour visit? That's a great question. So the approved contractors will actually call you in advance to prep you for anything that you need for your visit. But typically they'll ask you for your utility or your account information. So you should have your utility number, electric number present, information for your oil, your gas, stuff like that, so we can actually track the energy savings.
What about residents that live in an apartment or a condo? Are they eligible for home energy solutions as well?
Yeah, they actually are eligible for home energy solutions. If you live in an apartment or a condo, you do need your landlord to sign off to approve the work that's going to be done in your home.
Okay, and in the video, I know we saw the blower door test. Can you tell me what that's all about?
Sure. So they start off the visit, first they assess the systems in your home, but the next thing that they do is what's called a blower door test. So they essentially put a big fan in your door. It depressurizes the air in your house, so it sucks out the air, and then the contractors can walk around and they can feel where the leaks and cracks are, and then they know where to do the work to caulk and seal.
Okay, and you mentioned the CFLs, compact fluorescent light bulbs. How many of those can homeowners receive?
So the average home has about 60 fixtures, and on the Home Energy Solutions assessment, they'll replace up to 25 of those. So they have the CFLs, which are more energy efficient than the incandescent bulbs, and they carry a variety of these bulbs. So they have the typical spiral ones. They have bulbs that have caps on them, three-ways, dimmables, candelabras. So they pretty much have every fixture that you would need.
So specialty lights they can take care of?
They can take care of that as well.
Okay, great. Now I want to talk a little bit more about the benefits of the Home Energy Solutions program. Are there any health and safety benefits from this program?
Definitely. So before they actually do the blower door test, they will test your systems. In my apartment, we actually found that we had a carbon monoxide leak, and the contractors were great. They stayed, they got on the phone with the companies, and then they came back to ensure that the leak was taken care of. They'll also search for things like asbestos, and if you do have a problem, they will recommend people who can fix the work before they'll come in and do the assessment. And you don't pay the $75 until the entire visit is completed.
Okay, and you mentioned the $75. It sounds like you're getting a lot of work done during this visit. Why is it so affordable?
Yeah, so you are getting a lot of work done. The 25 bulbs that they replaced easily cover the $75 cost. In other states, it costs hundreds of dollars to do it. The reason that it's so low is that CLMP and the Efficiency Fund actually subsidize that cost. So you pay into the Efficiency Fund every month when you pay your electricity bill. Those funds go to support the full cost. So it's $755 worth of services, and we only pay $75 for it.
Now, I know we're experiencing tough economic times right now, and there may be families or individuals out there that may not be able to afford the $75. Is there any option for them?
There is. They actually have a Home Energy Solutions Income Eligible program, so that's also run through CLMP and the Efficiency Fund. It uses the same approved contractors, and to qualify for that, you actually have to be below 60% of the state median income. So for a family of four, you'd have to make below $61,276 every year. If you do, they'll actually come to your home. Not only will they do the assessment for free, but some of the recommendations, they'll do those as well. So for example, they might replace your refrigerator if it's over a certain amount of years with an Energy Star equivalent, or they might do insulation, and they'll pick up the cost for that as well.
And where can individuals interested in the income eligible version find that?
That's a great question. So if you're interested, if you think you might be eligible, you can go to www.ctenergychallenge.com/HES, and when you're filling out the form, just click that you think you might be income eligible, and a member of our staff will send you the proper paperwork.
Okay, now I want to take a step back and look at the program from a whole. At the end of the visit, will homeowners and residents receive a report of the findings?
Yes. So at the end of the visit, they do what's called a kitchen table wrap-up. So the two contractors will sit down with you. They'll review the work that they did. As part of the blower door, they actually measure the air loss in your home before and after the visit. So it's verifiable energy savings. They'll talk to you about how much money you saved on your visit, and then they'll give you a list of prioritized recommendations, and they'll review the incentives, the rebates, the financing that's available for those upgrades.
Okay, and I'm glad you mentioned the contractors. How are these individuals selected and these companies selected?
So these contractors were vetted by CLMP and the Efficiency Fund through the Home Energy Solutions program, and also further selected through the Neighbor to Neighbor Energy Challenge. They're all BPI certified, they're licensed, they're insured, and we worked with the towns to really ensure that the work that they do is high quality.
Okay, and can you explain BPI to our viewers at home?
Sure, it's the Building Performance Institute. So they take a test, they take an exam, and they do continuing education to make sure that they meet a high standard.
Okay, great. And how do they verify the energy savings in residents' homes?
So the way that they do that, again, is through the blower door. So they measure the air loss before, they do it again after. They fill out what's called a home energy yardstick, and they'll review that with you at your kitchen table wrap-up. But if you're interested to see how your bills change over time, you can actually log on to ctenergychallenge.com. You can use the dashboard, and you can, well, if you give us a release for your utility data, you can track it over time. So how it's changed since you've had the Home Energy Solutions visit, and also how it changes if you go on to do further upgrades like insulation, solar, what effect that has on your energy consumption.
And that's a good lead into my next question. What are homeowners' options after they complete Home Energy Solutions?
It's a great question. So homeowners' options, they vary. Every home is different, and I definitely recommend taking into account what your contractors recommend to you. The best thing that we can do, or that we typically recommend, is to get insulation in your home to make sure it's properly insulated. Right now there's a great rebate at the state level. They'll pay 50 cents per the square foot, and they'll pay up to 50% of the installation cost, which is awesome. So that would be the first, most cost effective. The next is small appliances, getting Energy Star appliances, changing out your lighting, which they do also on the visit, and then going on to take those deeper measure, maybe getting a new furnace, a new boiler, solar, geothermal, steps like that.
Okay, now if individuals decide to get this work done on their own, are they still eligible for these rebates?
So if you do it, no. So if you do it on your own, you're not eligible. We do recommend that you go through an approved contractor to make sure that it's done properly.
Okay, and the work, like you suggested, solar, geothermal, is that done on the spot at the end of the table wrap-up? Or is this done at a later time?
It would be done at a later time. So the Home Energy Solutions contractors can recommend people who will do solar, geothermal installation. Or if you go to ctenergychallenge.com, we can also recommend contractors who do the work.
And the contractors, they'll ask for approval before moving forward on any of these projects?
Yeah, they'll ask for approval. Also, when they're in the home with caulking, weather stripping, if they want to put on a door sill, they'll ask you first before they do it.
Okay, and what are the most cost-effective recommendations to improve home energy efficiency?
The most cost-effective recommendation would definitely be the insulation, as we talked about before, but also switching out your appliances.
Okay, great. Now, if I have any additional questions, what should I do?
If you have any additional questions, you can visit our website. It's www.ctenergychallenge.com and click on our Resource Center. It actually has a variety of videos that goes through frequently asked questions. But if you see something or if your question isn't on there, you can contact our energy advisors. You can email them. You can also call our office at 860-372-4406. Again, that number is 860-372-4406. And our staff will be happy to help you move forward.
Great. Jessica, thank you so much for answering all those questions. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now we're going to transition to the Esty family, who recently had a Home Energy Solutions done at their home. And we wanted to take this time to thank the folks here at WCTV for having us on again. And we look forward to seeing you next month. Take care.
We need as a nation to become much more energy efficient, and we need to kind of spur on research and development, technology development on renewable energy, so that over time we're shifting from our carbon, fossil fuel dependent old energy model to a new approach that'll be cleaner and cheaper. Even beyond the gains in terms of energy and environmental protection, there's a big economic opportunity here with energy efficiency, a big jobs opportunity. And as everyone knows, Governor Malloy is focused on job growth like a laser. He's asked every one of his commissioners, every one of his departments to think hard about how to improve the jobs picture. And the push for energy efficiency promises hundreds or even thousands of jobs across our state. And these are putting people to work who are facing tough circumstances. All the tradesmen who work, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, who might otherwise be building houses, but given the economic downturn are not finding those opportunities. If we can get those folks going out to do the retrofit, there will be hundreds, even thousands of jobs created, and that's a big boost to our Connecticut economy. There is a big opportunity to bring the Home Energy Solutions team in that we've had here today. They've done a fabulous job of showing us the way forward, providing us with a whole checklist of ideas that we might want to think about as we improve our own household energy efficiency. And the Home Energy Solutions guys will put you on the path to a clean energy future. There were a number of reasons I hadn't stepped up myself to do an energy audit. I was busy, I thought it would take too much time. It turns out these guys are very efficient. I thought it might be intrusive. I thought they might tell me stuff I didn't want to hear. And frankly, they don't tell you what you have to do. They lay out a menu of options and opportunities. They lay out the costs and the benefits so you understand the payback periods. And the guys were extremely careful, thoughtful, and considerate walking around the house. So it ends up being much less of a burden, I think, than anyone might have imagined, and a much quicker payback because they've already done a lot of the work just during the 4 hours they were in the house here today. And for those who are in the 14 towns of the Neighbor to Neighbor Challenge, you've got a special chance to step up and show that your town, compared to the others, can really move this issue forward. The key here is for everyone to know that they can do something. We've each got an opportunity to step up. This is not somebody else's problem. This is each of our own problems. And I think if each of us step up and do our bit in our own lives and our own homes, thinking about our own driving and commuting patterns, we can accomplish as a state an enormous amount.